bring some marshmallows, and we'll have a warm little kumbaya section along tonight. Have warm from lovely memories, something to remember us by. So, welcome.
Go
How are
down
you,
in,
Johnno?
yes, good. Go down in flames. That's just a lovely start to the broadcast. But look, it's I'm here at Cobar, and as people come in, I'll probably have to say this 100 times, but I'm here at Cobar, New South Wales, and it's as you can see behind me, you can see a bit of clouds. So that's well, the weather's okay. I know over in Perth, I think it's getting to what are we looking at Perth? I think it's 30 degrees on Wednesday, so that's going to be a bit of a warm one. What about yourself? How's the
Yeah, we're
temperature there?
here in Toowoomba. It's been a beautiful weekend. I've had the weekend off again because of work. Let me to. So yes, we have a beautiful weekend. We actually spent some time with my family this weekend. It was rather good. Got out and about. And yeah, she's going to be another nice week. Apparently, we're going to get some rain later on, but we'll see how we go. So in the comments there, ladies and people, just let us know where you are, just out of interest. We are coming across several platforms today. We've got it set up with this software, and we'd love to know where you're from. We do have,
where are you transmitting from? And
yeah, we do have a disclaimer. Any advice we do give, we are not lawyers or doctors or anything as such. It's only two YouTubers, two truckies YouTubers, so our advice is as much as a grain of salt. So take it as you like. So yes, bit of apologies to everyone's sower needs, or every sower needs. We did say your name wrong there a couple of weeks ago. We do apologise. Me being dyslexic and John refusing to wear his glasses, we tend to will stuff your names up quite often. So bear with us. Apparently John's glasses are like game average glasses, so they stand out too much. He doesn't like them. So any questions? Say g'day. You want to go a YouTube question, Johnno? I've got a couple of questions I could ask you about your YouTubing. Look, we've seemed to lost him. What, Johnno's getting back. You there, Johnno? No, we haven't. No. All right. Yeah, Johnno's playing around with his road train. He's got to move some trailers around while he's at Cobar, New South Wales. Sorry about the coughing. It's got to take him up to Burke. Can't drag him as triples through there. One of his mates has dropped, or co-workers has dropped a couple trailers off, or one trailer off, as he's going up to Mackay. So if you're up and heading towards Mackay, around Mackay area, now we officially totally lost Johnno. Yes, we will sing out, say g'day. He'll love to hear from you if you're floating around, even if you're in a caravan. If you go to UHF, say g'day. He'll love to hear from you. Right. There we go. Johnno's back. No.
hey, I'm just trying
G'day, Johnno, you back?
to sort out the video. Check 1, 2. Can you?
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you now, mate. Yes.
Oh man,
Yes, I can.
this trying to sort this out.
Yeah. Yes. As you fully aware of, people, we are not technically savvy, I suppose you can say it. So, two middle-aged men playing around with technology, there will be disasters, and we'll have some fun doing it. So, I like to, Johnno and myself like to say thank you for jumping from on this, jumping on his YouTube channel. His channel's growing quite well now. Yes.
Check 1, 2. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, I got you now, John. Yes, I have.
Oh, finally. Okay. Okay, so everybody, so from here, I'm going to be doing a triple road train. So there's the second dolly, and I'll just go through everything here. So I might go the other side so you don't get so much of the sun. So that's going to be my third. No, so that'll be my lead and dolly. So that's going to be the dolly. Going to put this trailer in front of that dolly, and then those two there are my back two trailers. So that'll be the three. And such a beautiful load. I mean, let's just have a look at this. When I say beautiful, I don't mean it looks good. It is just very light. So it's just odds and sods, you know, just light stuff. Now, I'm going to make a video of this for tomorrow when I connect up and drive around as a triple. And I'll show you the, all of this is platforms and catwalks and stuff like that for a big auger. That's auger. No, what do you call them? You know, they load on the ships for all the material that go on the ships and stuff. So that's basically all the catwalks and parts for this big auger. And there's 5 trailers. I've got 3 of them, and yeah.
So when are you planning to hit the kite, Johnny?
When am I get there? I really don't know, because unfortunately we can't. I may only be able to triple to Nebo, and then go as a single to let's see, just before Mackay, road train to there, and then from there it'll be a just single back and forwards, and then go back and get the third trailer. I don't know whether from there I'm going to stack up and come back, or towards Burke or Cobar and pick up Cotton. What's this text saying? Are you still riding motorbikes?
Yeah.
Motorbikes, yeah, that's what I'm riding. That's all I ride.
You're a bit of a biker yourself, Johnny? You like your motorbikes?
Oh, I hate cars. I love the bikes, so yeah.
Yeah, I last time I came off my bike, I haven't been really back on one since, because the bike was totaled. I haven't been able to afford another one, but as soon as I can, I will get on it, and I will be making YouTube videos for it. So hopefully that be sometime down in the future, especially if I get a bit of time up my sleeve. So,
Eaton.
Yeah. What type of bikes you got, Johnny?
I've got the Kawasaki 650 versus. That's a parallel twin. Yeah, that goes pretty good. So I'm quite surprised. The KLR 650 was absolutely junk. That was hopeless. So I couldn't buy that. But the versus is good.
Yeah. Right.
So we got here Northampton in New South, or is it Northampton in England? Well, g'day Ken. How many kilometres on the 90? Well, how many kilometres have we got? Where are we? 942,000, I think, at the moment. So not that many. Although that is the second time around. I think it's done. I think it's 1.8, 1.9. So yeah, it's a few.
What motor have you got on that one, Johnny?
It's all Cummins. So what motor? Gen 3 on this one. Gen 3, but of course all the newer ones are either X15 or an older X5.
Yep. So, how much fuel do you card on your truck, John?
Oh, that was annoying. I went, I fueled up in Perth, and at $2,000, it just stops, the pump just stops. So that's $2,000 a side, and I still wasn't full. So $4,000, I still had more I could put in. Then I went to Port Augusta, and that only allows $990 at pump. So that was really
yeah, of course it
poor.
does. Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
basically stop and start 4 times.
yep.
Yeah, bit of a fail. So I went in to complain. I said, "Mate, I haven't even put half a tank in, and you've stopped it." And they said, "Oh no, we've complained to BP a lot." And anyway, so that's no good.
Yeah. No, it's very frustrating when you got to do that. So it's, I suppose, coming across the paddock there, fuel be nice and cheap. How much is a litre of fuel, roughly? You reckon?
Oh, we don't fill up there. Of course, we always fill up in town. So, yeah. So just for everybody's notice, so I'm in Cobar. Well, just the pads at Cobar. If you've been around Cobar, you'll recognise the pads. This is where the NHVR set up. And yeah, so I thought I'd just stop here for a bit, do a bit of a live, say hi to everybody, answer some questions, and yeah, that's about it. So do keep the questions coming, and yeah.
You hear much from home about the floodwaters, John, or in Victoria?
Oh, look, we in Melbourne there was no flooding for us.
Okay.
I know in Forbes there's flooding a lot, so that's pretty bad. But no, maybe I could come across the floodwaters. That'd be good. Do a bit of a video on the flood, send the drone over, and maybe a spot of fishing.
Yeah. Well, fish should be very worn out. Yes. Yes. Um,
$4,000 for fuel.
yeah.
Yikes! Well, could have got more, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with trucks. They hold well, especially yours. So you got long range tank on yours. How many litres of fuel do you actually hold on yours?
I don't know. I've over 2,000. I think 1,900 kilometers. Sorry, 1,900 litres is the most I've put in.
Okay.
But of course, if it was emptier, so let's just have a look at these tanks. You can see there's 4 of these big suckers, so it's reasonably big.
Yes.
Square tanks are better. I mean, some people like the round tanks, but of course, the square tanks you're going to get a lot more in.
Yeah, there's a bit of a argument between square tanks and round tanks. Can't drain the square tank as much as a round tank, but tend to hold more in square tanks. So depends what your application is what tanks you really need to go for, I suppose. So, yes.
I'm going to see if I can turn the camera around without killing it.
Okay. Question from a car driver, Johnno. When being overtaken by a truck, being polite, how soon do you flash your lights to let him to come back in?
Oh, well, to be honest, I don't flash my lights ever.
Really?
No. How do I put it? Like when people, other truckies flash them in and stuff like that. I'm from WA. We don't flash over there. Yeah, we do talk to each other over the radio, but we don't flash. Oh, some people may, but I don't. This may sound bad, but to me, if you can't work out when your back of the trailer has passed, well, I don't know. That's just my view. I don't see why you need to be flashed in when you've passed. Doesn't that sound nice?
That's it's a kind of common practice over here, or talking on the radio, just letting people in, because quite often it's a bit of a not tight jam, but it's not don't want to be sitting on the road wrong side of the road for too much longer than you have to be.
No.
Dexter, my Western Star is 06, so she's just before they brought the AdBlue and the burners and all that other crap what we've got to have these days. So yeah, she's still the old original motors. Last of the cat, actually 15, so C15s before the EPA kicked them out or whoever. So I see you got friends there again, Johnno. So,
the flies, they found me.
You had some comments on the last show, I see. All your little friends. Jeez.
So this new streaming service, I can hear myself again for some reason. Just check your microphone settings.
Oh, God. That's the wrong one. There you go.
Actually, it could even be mine.
So
people, if you haven't worked out, we're trying another streaming service.
No, not mine. So, yeah, we're trying. Originally, we were on Yardstream, I think it was. Now I've got to look that up. Now we're on Restream, just giving it a go. So, once again, a steep learning curve. It's always good. What's your views on electronic books, Johnno? Thanks, Ken, for the question.
Practical. I love my electrical stuff. But I guess when you go live like we are now, and it can be hit and miss.
Yes. That wasn't the question, but you've come across these electronic books, Johnno?
Electronic work diaries. No, I'm totally against that. So let me explain. When I go to Perth, or as soon as I hit WA, I basically throw the logbook away. So from South Australia and all over East, of course, you follow the logbook rules. But when I get to WA, I throw it away, and I find I can drive a lot further and probably get less fatigued because I don't have to worry about, what was the logbook? Oh, I've got 2 hours left. Sometimes I've found I could drive a lot further. Apart from stopping for a piss on the edge of the road or something, you could drive maybe 5, 6, 7 hours, and you don't feel tired at all. I basically stop in WA when I feel tired. So if I'm starting to feel okay, feeling a bit tired, then I pull over and have a sleep, rather than pull over at say 4 or 5 hours, or let's just say maximum of 6 hours, and you feel completely fine, but you got to pull over now for half an hour because the logbook or your electronic work diary says you got to stop. It makes no sense.
No, you're right. Any type of logbook thing, they don't count it for the individual, they just count it as a whole. And someone decide this is what you should be able to do, and regardless. So I know people who, around here don't use logbooks, and they've, won't go into too much detail, but they seem to monitor themselves quite easily. When I'm doing local work, same thing. I monitor myself. I just use running sheets, and I feel a lot better at the end of the day than actually following a logbook, even though mine is actually shorter than yours, Johnno. So, you want to talk how much you get paid, or Because let's talk about the different ways we can get paid. So mine's a flat rate. Doesn't matter what I do. If I'm turning spinners, changing tyres, driving the truck, driving the single, driving a road train, all mine pay is exactly the same from when I start to when I finish. Johnno, you're on a different system again. You're by the cave and you got standby rate.
Yeah, so I get paid per kilometre that we drive, and I like that kind of rate. So therefore, the harder you work, the more you get paid, I guess. More kilometres. If you don't do many kilometres, you don't get paid as much. But we do get paid for loading and unloading. So when we stop, we're on hourly. Not now, because I'm messing around, doing videos. But if we're loading and unloading, we get paid per hour. If it's sitting around because we're waiting for a load, then we get paid a daily rate. And I think that's it. So that's basically, yeah. So I guess you want to know how much we get paid. So I guess nowadays truck driver, for long distance truck drivers, you want to get paid at least 2,000 after tax. So you might say that sounds pretty good. But unfortunately, when you consider we kind of work 2 weeks in 1 week, so the pay can be, more like 2,300, 2,500 after tax, and that's per week. So, yeah, it's a bit to consider. It's not just like, well, you're getting all that money for 1 week, but that week we're doing, 80 or so. So it's like 2 weeks. So technically you could halve it and think, oh, yeah, you're only getting 12 or 1,300 after tax for the week if you did 40 hours of that.
Yes. Yeah, right. You also got the disadvantage where also can be away for a long period of time. Oh, you can be, Johnno. I'm not so much, but you go away nearly up to 3 weeks at a time, don't you, before you come back home sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm hourly rate for myself is probably in the mid-30s. I won't say how much I'm actually getting paid. And I also get a overnight allowance. So every night I spend in the truck, I get paid for that.
That's right. I forgot to add that too. Yeah, we get that.
Yeah. So there's different companies. I know I was working with a bunch. They get motel rooms and stuff like that. Depends what type of truck you got. Some companies will supply you meals, some won't. Yeah, it's all up to the individual company. So mine being only a small one, so we only got a pretty small budget. So yes, but it still pays the bills most of the time. So how long do you stay awake when you're on a long run there, Johnno? By yourself?
So how long do I stay awake? I'm not sure
Runs, yeah.
what I understand about that. Stay awake.
Well, how long do
you mean?
What time do you normally get up out of bed, and what time do you normally go to bed? How's that? So you run on a 14-hour logbook.
That differs all the time. Sometimes I may go to bed as late as 11 o'clock at night. Other times may finish at 9 or 8 o'clock and then get up, say, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and keep. As I said, that's why I don't like these diary and workbooks and stuff like that. It should be about how you feel. It's like, I agree with the 7-hour part. After you've had 7 hours, you should be able to just go and just, go until you feel, okay, you need a break and then stop. Now, admittedly, there might be some people who want to I'm going to make lots of money. I'm going to go, do 20 hours a day. And that's a long time. Maybe that's why they brought in these logbooks in order to regulate or to make sure that people don't go overboard. And that's the hard thing. The people who do this properly get penalised because some people may go overboard.
Yes. Yeah, that's the problem. That's why we get hounded so much, because there is people out there that don't play by the rules. But how do you eat and clean in 7 hour rest period? Well, that 7 hour rest period, we have to be away from the truck. It doesn't mean we can be pulled up longer than that. Depends on how many hours we've done in that 24-hour period. Roughly in doing 12 hours of driving, you've probably been awake for 14 hours, so you've still got more than 7 hours rest break. So once you've done your 12 hours, or Johnno, 14 hours of driving in a 24-hour period, you still got to, well, that's it. You can't drive until starting the next morning. So that 7 hours only be a hassle if you have a day like days like I normally do, is pretty broken, where I probably only do 6 or 8 hours of driving, where I'm loading and unloading and waiting in the lineups. Geez, that's half the truckie's life, I reckon. So yeah, then you just get efficient at it as well. You don't spend 3 hours in the shower and having tea. You just quickly in the shower and quickly throw your tea down so you can jump in the bunk and go to sleep if you need to. So.
Yeah, I realise that some people might just drive and then have more time to clean their truck. And some truck drivers are really anal. Their truck is extremely clean. And if you've got lots of time at the end of the night to do that, you can do that. But for me, I drive until I've had enough. And the last thing I want to do now is scrub the floors and stuff like some trucks inside. I do like, but if there's a bit of dust on the floor, that's not going to kill me until I get a chance to stop. Because, as you know, I don't just drive. I'm making videos, editing videos, and all of that time takes time. So I don't have as much free time as other people do, Although the outside I do like to, make it clean if I can.
Yeah, well, I'm probably worst case than you, Johnny, because half the time I'm in dust fields and it's probably cleaner outside than actually inside the truck sometimes. Yeah, and when I knock off, that's it. I don't turn any spinners. I don't do any cleaning. I go have a shower, walk around, stretch the legs, have tea, make phone calls to my partner and whoever else I need to the next day, and yeah, that's it. I don't sit there cleaning the truck out. I don't. Once I'm knocked off, that's it. That's done. I'm sorry, but yeah, I do get in there, and I should definitely need a bomb to go off to clean it out at the moment. But yeah, I do get in there occasionally, scrub it, but not much. Either you run, where are we? Run on BFM or AFM. Thank you.
Look at that. This is we don't always have the toilet seat available, but this is a toilet for truck drivers in Cobar. It's just a little shed just show out here. Just this little shed on the edge of the road. Right, but strangest thing I've seen, really keep records of that, so I can't say. Actually, we were just talking today. I'm going to bring up Indians. Here we go. You're driving down the freeway and you see a taut liner. It's just completely open down the freeway. Can you not close the taut liner?
How would you not notice?
So, I don't know. But I think all the strange things are people who have less experience I don't like to say bad things about Indians too much, but yeah, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, they seem to be.
They give us like what's the word? Enjoyment.
Keep us entertained, the others, don't they? The stories we can swap nowadays. It's yeah, and I think they're just the last focus group we've on. Beforehand, it would have been some other people, but yeah. You run under what, BFM, Johnno, or AFM?
I saw BFM, AFM.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
No, I'm standard myself, so I don't do enough hours in a day. Well, I don't want to do any more hours than what I have to do. So, here's a good one for you. Is it harder to drive in Western Australia than the East Coast because of the bigger distance?
I'm not sure why you think there's less kilometres to be done in WA. So hang on, is it harder to drive in WA? See, when you go to Queensland is huge. It's just like WA. It's no difference.
Yeah.
I'm going to North Queensland. When you drive even just from the New South Wales Queensland boundary to say Cowans, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
WA is big. Driving from the bottom, say from Melbourne to Cairns, it's the same distance going from Perth to Sonora.
It is, yeah. Well, honestly, in the modern trucks nowadays, it doesn't matter where you go; it's all the same. We all got climate control. We all got reasonably comfortable trucks to drive in, especially if we're doing the big distance. So yeah, it's probably a little bit more isolated over in the west or so, but it's it can be isolating on the east coast too. Some places we go. So, do you see much of the kangaroos on the road? And what is your favourite truck that you like to drive, Johnno? Thank you.
Oddly enough, I'm not sure about my video, but my video is locked up on my screen. So let me know if my video is still working.
No,
I can't see myself anymore.
You're still good, Johnno. You're still moving around. You're still alive.
Okay, I can't see myself anymore, but this platform fails, I think. Anyway, kangaroos. Oddly enough, I see kangaroos, but I haven't hit a kangaroo for some time. Probably in that last video I did, that 20-minute video going from Perth to Queensland, and I showed me hitting a kangaroo. Apart from that, I haven't hit. When it comes to this, my favourite truck, it has to be Kenworth now. Big bonnet, yeah.
I don't know. Truck is a truck to me, probably. A long nose, big bonnet vehicle, preferably for safety, and ease of working on the motor. Cab overs I don't really like so much, but they're all pretty much the same old, I suppose. It really comes down if you're a Kenworth driver or not, pretty much.
He's a oversized. Well, he's got his beacon on. I don't think he should. He's
He might be over length, wouldn't he?
He's only over length, so he's not over wide. Unless you're over 23 to 25 meters, you don't put your beacon on.
Yeah, good point.
He's only extended by maybe 2 meters, 3 meters, but anyway.
Yeah. Here's an interesting one for you, Johnno. Is it reasonable to think to go? Can you go from a car license to an MC license in 3 years?
Yeah. Look, just because you don't have much experience doesn't mean that you can't do the job. No. You might be an excellent driver, and if you ask questions and learn from the right people, you can learn all the stuff that you need to learn. Yeah, it's all about asking questions and wanting to have the ability to learn.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is, and it also depends how passionate you are about your job too. If you want to know every in and out of your job, yeah, you will come to be a good driver. Truck driving is one of these jobs where it's a bit for everyone because our job roles can be so wide and different, from side tipping to grain tipping to long hauling like John. Um, yeah, so carrying liquids and you name it, it's out there around town stuff. Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
for everyone, but yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know, John. We better call it quits tonight. So,
Okay, we'll just answer this last question.
um,
Have either of you blokes run into any of the Outback truckers? I've never met Turbo. I do look out for him, but no, I haven't met him.
he's not on the road anymore.
Yogi, yes. I speak to Yogi on the phone, pass him on the radio, say hi on the radio and stuff like that. So, yes. And Steve Graham, yes, I met him. There was another guy I met. I've forgotten his name. He was on one of the first series. So, yes, I have met a few of them. Everyone loves Steve Graham. And oddly enough, he acts the same in person as on camera. But then again, so does Yogi, I guess. He's very similar.
Yeah, those
It's
two
funny
sound.
when I met Yogi, I said, "Okay, let's make a video," and I said, "Oh, should we like rehearse what we're going to say or something?" No, he's just get into it. Just start the camera, go, and we have no idea what we're doing. Anyway, it's a bit like what we're doing now.
Yeah. Oh, ad lib. Yeah, I've actually never met any of them actually. So you're one step in front of me, or several. I know that Turbo decided to go to jail for a little while. He looked dodgy on TV. He probably was. And I've actually met a couple of blokes who've dealt with him. Very interesting stories. Yeah. So um, he would have been yeah. We always figure he always give truckies a bad name, old Turbo. But yeah, I imagine Steve and Yogi, what they see on camera is pretty much what you see off camera, I imagine. So they seem like don't pump it
But
up
what
too much.
Yogi was telling me about the show, um, the Outback Truckers, they're only interested in drama.
Yeah,
So if you have a great day, none of that footage is going to be on. If you blow a tire, that's what they're after. If you were blowing an engine, oh, they're so happy. Now
yeah,
they've got something to show.
yeah,
So, yeah, that's what they want to show. So that's why, when you look at Turbo was excellent for them because
yeah.
he was just Drama City. Steve Graham he went pretty good. So not that many things happened. But of course, he got bogged and the
Yeah,
engine parts and stuff. His truck's not the newest.
yeah. Well, you look like when I was watching it, he looked like he made a mountain out of the ant mound a few times. I could see because I've heard stories from other even ice was it ice road truckers. I've read
Oh,
stories
yeah.
about them. They're exactly the same. Yeah. If you have a good day, nothing goes wrong. They don't care. If you have an accident or tires blown out or your motor died or you have a fight with someone on the road, well, that's newsworthy. So that went in. So,
The funny thing is, they have two camera people with each truck. So one in the car and one in the cab. Um, they're not allowed to help. So let's just say if Steve Graham was bogged on the edge of the road, they're not allowed to help. I don't know whether they actually did, but they're not supposed to help at all. They're just supposed to take a
let
video of him
yeah
struggling.
yeah. Well, if he dies on the side of the road, it would have been a good show, wouldn't it? I'm sorry to say, that's how they run. I would have got. Would you gone on Outback Truckers Johnno?
Yeah, somebody asked in the last comments last week. No, I don't think so. And I don't think my boss. There was another. Hang on, get out of the wind. There was another another driver in this company who was going to go on Outback Truckers, and they they rang up Eddie and said, "Oh, this guy wants to go on Outback Truckers. Are you going to allow this and stuff like that?" And Eddie was, "No way." And I guess it's true. Um, you could be shown in a bad light as well. So, this is better
Yeah,
not go on the show.
yeah, you don't have any control over what you show and don't show. Where you and me, we got full control what we show and don't show. There's days where I could make Outback Trackers look like a kids show where I'm having bad days, and yeah, you don't want to see me in that light. I'm not in a good mood. Nothing going right. But yeah, it's yeah. Some bosses, be very cagey. What they be. Um,
The only other few, like Mick and Sel, what's that term? Mick and Sel, cruising with Mick and Sel. I haven't met them, but they go from Adelaide to Darwin, so that's unlikely. Tony from Tony's Trucking Stories, man, we used to talk for hours on the phone some time ago. He's doing a different track now, traveling around doing stories. So that's what I want to get into.
yeah.
So he's doing exactly. I'm jealous. He gets to just trip around, showing holiday destinations, and still keeping in some line with trucks as well. But no, he's good too.
Yeah, he's gone solely on Facebook too. Like, you don't see him on YouTube anymore.
Yeah.
I used to use him as a marker to catch up with my YouTube page, but he kind of stopped before I caught him. But yeah, he's still very popular on Facebook. See him quite often. So, I haven't watched Mick and Sal, or Sally. I thought that one
Well,
up.
they're bigger than us.
Are they?
They have been going a bit longer. Not sure how long, but yeah, I think we'll catch up.
I see
Not
your
just a
channel.
competition, but
Your YouTube channel
yeah.
is growing quite well there. I noticed today.
Yeah, the that 20-minute video I put up, I don't know if you could say went viral, but YouTube shared the life out of it.
Yeah.
And I get an extra 2,000 on that one. So maybe people like the longer videos.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't. It's hard to make, but yeah, well, maybe we'll look at that.
I might as well give my survey results there, John, and you tell me what you think on the results. What I got. If you followed my YouTube page, I put out a post, I suppose you call it. It was just out of interest. It had nothing to do what I'm planning to do or anything else. It was just me sitting in the truck, just wondering about life. Just out of interest, I would like to know about you, my viewers. Which of the following below are you? First, there's 5 spots you could have landed in. First one, I am a truck driver, and that was 30%. I thought that might be around the mark. What about, and because you and me, Johnno, got virtually the same viewers. I'm an ex-truck driver, which was around 23%. I thought that would have been a little bit higher myself. I'm a car driver, but I want to be a truck driver. That was 4%. I didn't know I thought that might be a little bit lower. I'm a car driver and a bike rider, 11%. And the one that did surprise me was I'm only a car driver, but I think trucks are cool, and that was 32%, and that surprised me. I thought that one would be a lot lower myself. But so that's the results of my last post. Thank you very much for the people who voted. 188 of you voted in that. So, you joined in. Yeah, very much appreciated. So, you got anything else, Johnno? You want to say?
No, just watching where people are watching from. Let's see. So, Road Train Adventures page is 15. Road Trainers Australia, the group, is 4. Tez the Truckies, your YouTube channel, you got 11. My YouTube channel is 8. Yeah, so it's good. Friends, was it Mick and Sal are friends of ours? Really nice blokes, down to earth. Yeah. Oh, that's right. And don't forget, what do you call it? Ben from the Drone Way. That's right. Yeah, we talk every now and then. I helped him. I don't know if I can really say I helped him get big. When he was starting out, when he was small, we used to post his videos and stuff on Road Trains Australia because that was big. So now he's as big as Road Trains Australia. He's doing well anyway.
Yeah, it's one of these things you got to just keep working
All
on.
right, so I got nothing else really.
No, well, might as well leave it as that. We've been here for 40 odd minutes, so yeah, so all right. I've got nothing
Oh,
more.
well, thanks for watching.
Yeah. If everyone please be safe on the road, take good care of each other, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.
Right, bye.